We've done all we can with that item. You can run that on the chemical analyzer. Mom's lipstick is similar to what we found in the desert, but the cigarette brands don't match.
Until we know what it is, I won't be able to say. We can't test for something without knowing what it is. Strong possibility. Cocaine and crack cocaine overdoses cause seizures, high blood pressure, or increased heart rate. If you don't die immediately from those, within 3 days you're at risk for a heart attack or stroke.
Oh yeah, her boss places her at work, doing overtime, for the whole week. You read the papers? Front page in the Las Vegas Post. Financial problems in Hanson's campaign. Staffers are abandoning ship. Seems paychecks have grown scarce lately. And an op-ed piece suggests Emily's son's lifestyle has hurt her in the polls. Motive? Maybe.
Thank God someone in the Vegas media is finally telling the truth about that witch. She nagged and nagged about him contributing to her campaign coffers. Yes, an old habit from, frankly, his head days. He always preferred hand-rolled cigarettes. He was a tobacco connoisseur. Let me guess. You've been to see my husband's mother, Emily. Isn't she a peach? She hates me, and always has. Jealous that Derek chose me over her, angry that my religion is different than hers, and always blaming me for her son's out-of-control behavior.
We're trying to interpret evidence, Mrs. Mitchell, not make wild assumptions about people's character.
You'll have to forgive me, but if you had a mother-in-law like Emily... Anyway, I'd be lying if I didn't say Derek and I have had patches of rough road together. But lately Derek had really turned himself around, was totally committed to joining me in a normal life. We had our wild years, okay? Now we've changed directions. We're the straightest couple you're likely to find in this town. Along those lines, we took out an insurance policy, $500,000 each. Derek's trust fund has gotten whittled away, and if we were going to start a family, we wanted that security, for the kids we hope to have. If you want to consider that suspicious, well, fine. But I want to be straight with you. Derek would want me to be straight with you.
Way to be thorough. Looks like the area's clean. Wide tires. Looks like a 4x4. Tread isn't fresh. Not the best for matching.
According to my driver's license. What's up? What's the crime lab need with a poor working stiff like yours truly?
A stiff of another kind turned up in the desert. Derek Hardy. You knew him?
Yeah, I know him. New? Dude is dead? Why would you notify me about it? He was just another client of mine. Former client. Former, even before he was dead. Not only did I not write it, I never seen it before.
Would you mind giving us a writing sample so we can exclude you?
I already told you I never seen it. What part of I got my rights don't you people understand? Man, you make it sound serious. It was just this minor beef with him. Matter of fact, it was his wife who told me to stop working on their kitchen and get my stuff out. You know, typical contractor clients, always thinking you're overcharging and taking too long. Otherwise, that wife is all right. Easy on the eyes, too, and always ready with a lemonade or something for a hard-working man. Now, Mom, old Emily, good as she's been to me, I gotta say, she and her son, no love lost there. I mean, those two are at each other's throats. And Mommy? Whoa, that old girl is dangerous. Much as I hate to lose a good client, you ought to give her a kind of hard look. You know what I mean? One thing, I overheard her talking to baby boy on the phone. Seems Derek had come into some serious trust fund money after his father passed. And at some point, Sonny Boy promised Mommy Dearest he'd kick in on her campaign. Only he reneged. I don't know what her son was really up to. But to hear her tell it, Sonny Boy was partying hardy. All night, every night. Why that idiot didn't get on his mother's good side, I'll never get. I mean, with the power she'd be coming into, if she won that election, he could have been on Cush Street. Hell, I don't know. A week, maybe? A little more, a little less? Out at that condo of his and his wife's, when the jerk fired me. May he rest in peace. God, where was I 5 minutes ago? Hell, let me think here. Must have been working at Emily's, yeah. She's all right. Ball breaker, but fair. That was days I worked. Nights, I was hanging at the ballpark. Yeah, minor league park, watching my nephew play. In the company of friends and family, I should add. A lot of friends and family. I don't think so. I got rights here, and I'm not crazy about the direction this is going.
Mind if we look around? Or do you intend to be strictly uncooperative? That's a direction we aren't crazy about.
Look, I don't want to stand in the way of nothing. Have at it. But the shop floor only, huh? Stay the hell out of my office. That's private. I don't let nobody in there. That's all I got for you.
Looks like a junk box, but maybe there'll be some evidence treasure in the trash. Pity this jar isn't labeled. but it must not have come out of that kind of lab. Way to be thorough. Looks like the area's clean. Way to be thorough. Looks like the area's clean. Well, unidentified or not, this is the same substance as the one found in the tobacco. If Astor had access to this substance and found it in the Vic's tobacco, it's possible that the contractor did the mixing, even if the Vic himself did the rolling. We gotta find out what this stuff is. That'll go on the trace analysis computer. We've done all we can with that item. We've done all we can with that item. We've done all we can with that item.
He's been investigated more times than certain members of Congress. Fraud, extortion, even illegal gambling. In Vegas, that's a good trick. No convictions, though. Still makes you wonder why a respectable woman like Emily Hansen would want this scumbag working for her.
No, I'm not the truck type. If it helps, I do know that Derek's mother owns one. An old Chevy, I think.
A truck? No, not anymore. I had a Chevy Blazer for some time, but sold it recently. Just 3 weeks ago. I gave it a cursory look. My attorney will give it a harder one. That paper supports my opponent, and they deal in half-truths and outright lies. Regardless, anyone who's ever been a parent understands the limitations and the disappointments even the best mothers and fathers face.
Is it true your son reneged on a large campaign contribution?
That's a ridiculously overblown way to put it. I wasn't angry at all about that. Derek said his funds were low and I believed him. And anyway, he contributed in the past, generously, which I appreciated. Whatever private problems we had, my son supported my efforts as a public person. Besides which, my campaign has ample funding. If you're looking for dirt, My Laundry is not the place to look for it. I'd suggest you take a long, lingering look at my son's promiscuous widow. I don't deal with rumor or speculation either. In fact, I had one of my security people keep Carla under surveillance. All my suspicions, it seems, were well-founded. That round-heeled slattern is a disgrace to our good name. I'm not sure this proves it, but I have this dated receipt from an estimate. Don't mind my doodles in the margins.
So how exactly is Carla getting her marriage back on track? And who's this other guy? So Carla takes out an insurance policy to protect the kids she and Derek didn't have. With her husband worth more dead than alive, and a new boyfriend on the horizon, well, look up motive in Webster's and it'll refer you to this. So it looks like our contractor remodeled the truth into lies. He wrote this note.
Already have, at the new owner's home. Hey, they can't all be hard. Even got a tread print for you. You're welcome. Chemical in the tobacco matches that stuff Astor had in his shop. Let's see what else he's constructing in there. This warrant is good for anything chemically related, as well as any signs of Derek.
Tread types are definitely similar, but the tread marks taken from the desert weren't fresh, so the wear marks can't be matched exactly.
No, I'm a contractor who rides a bike with training wheels. What kind of detectives are you? Yes, I drive a truck. Professional grade. Dually. You say you found his prints on a poker chip. I got no idea. Far as I remember, the guy was never here. Maybe those chips were in a box of stuff from his condo that I took after I got fired. Just some stuff of his that got accidentally mixed in with mine. Hell, this is a place of business, and you're gonna cost me money. What the hell kind of grounds do you have anyway to come intruding like this?
Read the warrants and see. You may want to skim down to where it says lethal substance. Sodium monofluoroacetate, also known as compound 1080. Wouldn't want to pop my popcorn in here. Here today.
I've got nothing new to report on the Vic.